In this video, I'm going to be learning the Unreal game engine, and this is why you should too. But before we get into that, let's go over a bit of my experience. And be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this video. So, first things first, I betrayed Unity. Yes, after making all of my other quote-unquote games, I'm finally going to try and learn the Unreal game engine, okay? Unity's been good, but I just got a little bit bored. I wanted to try something new. So we move over to the glorious Unreal with its Nanite and its Lumen, and also the weekly existential dread or so on top. But we're going to go over what all of those things mean later on, okay? For now, let's just get on with the story. Okay, so hear me out, right? Unity's been like this cozy little bubble, you know, it's really like the IKEA of the game engines, you know? Cheap, reliable, and if you touch it a little bit wrong, everything breaks. But then, after seeing some Unreal demos, I just had to give it a go. So to start off, as anyone would, I looked up some Unreal tutorials and I came across this channel called Unreal Sensei. People have probably heard of it, it's quite a big one, but shout out to them for not making me feel like a complete NPC and actually showed me the ropes. And in the end, I ended up building this sick looking medieval map, which genuinely feels wrong. Like I shouldn't be able to do this in like a couple hours of my time, you know? And then after following another little tutorial, he took me through some, you know, core game mechanics of this little FPS shooter where you go around shooting targets, and it also introduced this fracture system, which is so sick. I mean, look at how these targets just break, and they've already got a texture on the inside where it broke. But I wanted more, and that was my first mistake. So whilst those tutorials were very helpful and got me into the basics of using the engine and having a look around, playing with the different buttons and whatnot, I wanted to steer away from the sort of blueprint system that they've got in Unreal, because I just don't really like it, you know? It feels like I'm programming with pool noodles, like what's going on? Everything's all floppy and all over the place. I wanted some hardcore C++ code, right? With Unity, you know, I'm used to programming in C#, getting everything done by hand. The blueprint stuff, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but I don't know why, with these node things, I just feel like I'm going insane. I just can't figure them out. So, you know, I look up some C++ tutorials, I'm thinking, you know, how bad could it be? And yeah, it was pretty bad. Please, subscribe for my suffering. I need it, please. So yeah, it turns out there's really not that much when it comes to actual C++ tutorials on the Unreal Engine, you know? It's mostly about the blueprint stuff, because I guess it's their like most promoted system, you know? They're like, oh yeah, we built this great system where you don't really have to code, so you don't have to be a programmer to get into it. But I'm like, screw that, I want the programming stuff. It is what it is. I did find this one tutorial about making an FPS game which claimed to use a load of C++, but you know, I guess Unreal Engine is like really finicky or something. It's like really fragile, because I was going through this tutorial and the amount of things that just went wrong because I was in a slightly different editor version, or things had changed since then. It was unreal. I had to like debug so many things. It was so frustrating. I ended up just giving up with it because it just wasn't working the same, and I had to literally find some like back alley duct tape way around what he said to do in the video that was supposed to be easy. But you know, the tutorial itself was fine. So yeah, if you want to see it for yourself, like go on, check it out. It'll be in the description. So yeah, that was my little bit of an introduction to Unreal. You know, it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever experienced. It was quite frustrating. Whilst the tutorials I followed were helpful, the actual stuff that I wanted to dive into and get into just wasn't really there. There was a lot of cool stuff involving blueprints, but the only real way I could follow it was by like copying exactly what he'd done with the blueprint, and then trying to ask something like ChatGPT for help is just useless, because it just gets all like, what the hell is going on with these blueprints? I can't physically show you the blueprint. So yeah, I ended up just deciding, you know what, I'm gonna stick with Unity for now, because Unreal is just a bit of a steep learning curve. And whilst Unreal has some really cool things, just like Lumen, like the Nanite, as you saw in my medieval castle thing, that was all like Nanite stuff. Really good just for optimization. But as someone who's trying to do this on their own, you really don't need it. You'll never need a project that big, I hope. If you do, then fair enough. Oh yeah, and since I forgot to talk about it, here's what Nanite and Lumen are, with stuff pulled straight from the internet, okay? So Nanite is Unreal Engine's virtualized geometry system, which lets you use film quality assets with millions of polygons, which means there's no need for manual level of detail or polygon optimization, because it streams and renders only the detail you can see, which makes environments highly detailed and efficient. And when you turn it on, it just looks cool. Whereas Lumen is a dynamic global illumination and reflection system in Unreal Engine. It reacts instantly to changes in lights and geometry, so you get realistic lighting and shadows without baking it in. It's just perfect for dynamic scenes and real-time workflows, and as you can see, it also looks really good. But yeah, we go back to Unity for now. But one day, one glorious day, I will try and make a game in Unreal, and if you want to see it, smash subscribe, smash like, comment what game I should make in either Unreal or Unity. Comment your experience on the Unreal game engine or Unity and which one you prefer. I'd be really interested to hear your thoughts. Or just roast me for my opinions. Whatever. But be sure to keep a lookout for more Unity nonsense and failed experiments soon to come. And if you don't know, we do have the gaming channel, which is also linked below. It's a nice time playing some games with Rat Killer. Go and subscribe to that one as well. Yeah. Peace out for now, guys. See you later.